some things got to change. Hole in the wall, right beside that stud. Yeah, with that out of there, we have some surprising upgrades we are going to share with you. Something a little different at the cabin. Well, I'm hoping that's about right. I just measured on the outside because I don't want to hit right on the side of a batten. I want to go through between, but I want to be beside a stud, so that should work. Now, if we can stay straight up and down, kind of level, there's wood right there. He's got insulation in the wall. Definitely got that. Hard to stay center with a big pilot hole like that, but I didn't have a small bit. Oh, right there, she goes in. Perfect. I'm going to do the same on the outside. Clean up as I go, so I'm not walking in it and tracking drywall dust all over. Let's go have a look outside. Oh, sorry, man. Oh, I don't know. Oh, break my wrist. Don't do that. I gotta shut you off. Somebody made this wall so thick. But we are pretty much through. It's just not a great bit for the job. I need 2 hands on the drill. Well, it's going to be a nice tight fit. So I have a bunch of wiring that will be going through here to the inside. We'll put conduit down here and bury it. So we'll get back to that. Maybe. Now if you're doing wood burning, you want to go back and forth. If you go back and forth sideways like that, you just make a bunch of lines on you're doing strips. Instead of getting a nice grain, you'll get all kinds of lines. So you always want to go with the grain of the wood. Don't stop and then go back. Just make sure you go and draw it away. You know, you can change your colors. Artwork. I just pre-drilled these holes. This wood's pretty dry. I didn't want it to split. So, yeah. So that's going to go there. Put a piece of conduit on there and push it through the other side. So what is it? So, this, my friends, is BLUETTI's SolarX 4K charge controller. Well, we're going to be able to give you some specs, and I want to tell you that with this here, we can bring in 4,000 watts. And I'm going to show you where we're going to hook it. And guys, all stay tuned, because we have specials. We have prime fall specials. So check out, they have all kinds of discounts, they have all kinds of products that might fit your needs. So check it out, and you'll see what I'm up to. I'll show you a little more of the hookup along the way. Gotta put all that together. If you can see what I'm doing, but if you want to mount this, don't mount it too close in the corner, because you have to take these 4 little screws out to hold the front cover on. And it's just a small Allen wrench here that they provide with the screws. They as you can see, I'm trying to show you here, but there's just 4 little screws here in the corners. Get your little Allen wrench kind of stuck in there. You got to wiggle it a little. These small Allen wrenches are pretty iffy, but we can take that out and we'll show you what's inside. Well, we just take the cover off, out of the way for now. We'll see, we are going to have PV minus, PV plus. And we have a ground screw that they provide here in a little bag. So it shows you where you can ground. And we'll just get her hooked up. And this here is going to go to batteries, so you'll see that. And you'll know what I'm up to. Now, when hooking this unit up, just a few things they ship with it. It comes with grounding screws, mounting screws. Comes with some little brackets here. Now, these come with different, depends on the different unit you have. They have 3 different types of cables, so it's important that you know which cables you have. And this is all preparation stuff here. Make sure you got your tester, screwdriver, and lockable PV switch, which I don't have. I'm going to be hooking this up direct when there is no sun, so there'll be no power coming in, but I will be putting a PV switch in eventually. Make sure you got some PV cable coming in. That's what we've been drilling holes for. And grounding cable, you'll see we'll be mounting that. To give clear directions on where to mount it, make sure it can breathe. Don't mount it in an enclosed area. It can't breathe. It's an inverter. It gets warm. Now, it shows here hooking up different models. Now, I'm going to be hooking up the Apex. So they come with different plugs. This is the Apex 300. That's what I'll be hooking up. And this cable I'm going to be hooking up here, which comes with, here is this big monster cable. We're going to be showing you where that goes in a moment. But if you're running AC 500, it takes a different cable. If you have those kind of things, then you need something different. So here, if we're going, we can run different cables here, up to 4,000 watt output. So you'll see what we are hooking and where we're going to hook it all up to. So here again, you need a P090A plug if you're using the AC 500 and the B300K. So just making sure if you order this that you're ordering the proper cables to go with it. And they have pretty clear directions and instructions. So I'm going to just run through some of this briefly with you and show you how I'm putting it together. And just an example, from the solar to your switch, shut off switch, then to your SolarX 4K or charge controller. And just here's just a list of specs they give you. Your PV input, maximum input power is 4200 watts. Open circuit voltage, 500 volt DC. Startup voltage, 150 volt DC. MPP operating voltage be 120 volt DC to 450 volt DC. So we're playing with power, so making sure that you have a proper ground and all that kind of stuff. Input current 16 amps, short circuit 20 amps, or max short circuit. So it gives you a whole rundown, gives you a pretty good list of stuff. So we're just going to show you a little bit of putting it together. So let's get back to some wiring. Well, I can tell you, BLUETTI ships stuff. All their packaging, it's, you know, second to none. Like they wrap everything up. It's double box. They wrap all these goodies up here with nice little Velcro tapes. All your cables and stuff that come, they come that way. Very, very good quality. Just keeping everything nice and neat. So this unit comes with some punch outs, we'll call them. I'll just show you here quickly. But they're simply little caps in here, and we just knock these two out because we're going to be using these two. And so we're going to just run these cables up through here, and then we have a nut that goes on there. Sorry, I'm bouncing you around, but I dropped the nut on the floor, so we just slide that over the cables. We'll just tie that in there, and then we will tie the wires together. And in the light you probably can't see, but I recommend using a wrench to snug up this big nut right here, and that keeps your cable absolutely secure in the unit. Now, I know it's a little dark, guys, but you see, it shows where they're at. So when you put your cable in, line your cables up on the side that they should be. And it's just easy to put them together. Slide them in underneath, and then we just lock up that screw. So you see they got a really nice big block on the end there. So that's what we're using. So as you've seen, these cables have really nice square ends, all pre-put on them. And so tighten them up, lock them in. And then we have communications here. So we will hook that communications cable up right there, and we'll get to the ground cable. So again, we have another one of these that we're going to insert. That way no wires are going to get cut on sharp edges and all that kind of good stuff. Now, for these, what you're going to see is I have three. I have live, ground, okay, positive, in, out, and ground. So we're going to connect up the ground back here first, and then the PV we're going to connect up there, and I'm using color-coded cables, makes it a little easier. So we're just going to get them all pushed through the hole in the bottom here. I think they'll all fit. I'm going to have to just put one first, and then the others. And they just slide in there that easy. So we'll just get them all hooked up here. Your PV live goes back here in this nice little hole. And the ground in beside it. I'm going to back it out a little bit more. So they do sit in there fairly close together. So don't peel your cable back too far. About 3/8 of an inch or close to 1/2 inch. And just tighten them up. Oh yes, this is my power wagon. That Mooncool bike is pretty awesome because I haul my BLUETTI AC200L around. Great product. I've had this for over a year, and man, I've used it lots. Power tools, all that. BLUETTI's got quite products, but got to do a little cutting and measuring, so we can get this what we need here. That's going to go through there. So we're going to cut a piece and we're going to show you what we're doing. But that was the start of BLUETTI. That is some awesome unit, and I got a bigger one. I'm showing you a little of that along the way here, and all the great deals they have coming along. So stick around. We have some sprinkles happening, but it's just about cool enough that there we go. Shut it off. I know it's dark in here, but that is portable power. So we'll see what these proper way of pushing wiring through, so you can actually pull it through and then put the right bend in it and pull the rest through. We'll be running all the wires through there, and then we'll be mounting this side to the wall. So we'll go out to our solar panels. We'll get that all pushed out and hooked up. Little tuck tape, wonderful stuff. All I'm doing is marking this cable because they're both black. And so I'm going to be running the big string. I'll be taking these out. I'll be running the big string into the SolarX 4K, and I'll be running a smaller string in for, just in case I need for something else. So we'll just show you, we're going to get this all hooked up so that we can power it up. You can see I disassembled a little bit. So this big cord, well, you can't see down here. Anyways, each battery has 2 ports. So you plug into your port that has nothing plugged into it, and we're going to put the other unit back on top. So pretty simple, not much to hooking up here. Hook up your big cable, your communication cable, live your ground here, PV in, and I keep everything nice and neat here. I can just clamp it over against the wall, and when I get my shut-off shunt, I'll put it right there. But I'm doing all this today. It's very cloudy, trying to sprinkle, and we have no power coming in. So right now, this cable goes all the way down, hooks into the B300K at the bottom here. So this is the Apex 300. This is the 3840 watt inverter on this unit. So let's get this cover put back on, and then we're going to turn it on and see what kind of communication we get. Well, there she is. There's your BLUETTI SolarX 4K MPP solar charge controller. So this unit is hooked up, and it's hooked up directly to the Apex 300. So we're going to turn it on and see what happens. So once you turn this on, this is your battery supply. Should send power back here to the SolarX and see whether it's all running properly or not. Oh, we have our, we're showing 120 volt, but it's absolutely cloudy, so we're showing no power coming in whatsoever. So with any BLUETTI product, we just download the apps, and you can set it up on your Bluetooth, or you can set it up on Wi-Fi. So all your apps for power stations, and then shows you exactly right here, showing me I have 60%, and here it shows I have 60%. So here we're showing we're using 194 watts. And here we're showing 192. Well, it jumps around a little bit. So just go to your app and you can check everything there. There, it's all hooked up, so once we get a little bump here, we get some sunshine, that will all light up and activate. And so that is setting up BLUETTI's SolarX 4K in charge controller. And very simple wiring. I have the AC cable here plugged in, that runs up to here, which goes to generator if we need to charge battery. And this all comes in here and hooks up straight to the controller, which hooks to the battery. And I have the second lead that actually comes across here to these batteries, but that's all going to change. We have new room here, something else that's going to go there. So check out the links, guys. Great sales. And well, there's going to be sales on all kinds of stuff here. I can't tell you, but yeah, see, you run everything off of, see, we go to components here. Shows I have the SolarX is there. So you can do this all on your Bluetooth. But we have just, you know, fall time is deal time, and it don't matter whether you're looking at the Apex 300 or the AC 300 or the AC 500. They're all compatible with this. You just get a different cable. If that's what you have, then you get a different cable with it. This allows 4,000 watts to come in. So it changes the whole game. Keeping everything charged up that much easier. We've been cloudy for a couple days already, and you know, we're still 60%. So you guys enjoyed the video, and check out the link. Even if you have part of the system, or if you don't have any of the system and you want to bring in bigger power, more for cabin or backup, if you have panels on your roof, you can run in some power like this. If you want to save energy, you can run in and charge this from the sun during the day. In the evening, you can switch to power from this for your entertainment center, watch TV, or do laundry even. I do laundry all the time using this. So if that's stuff that you do in the evening or late evening when power rates are higher, this just saves you. You can charge it up when the power rate's cheaper in the afternoon, or you can use a generator to charge it. And this kind of helps offset your power bill. So check it out. And but thank you guys for all coming along and seeing some of this new technology that I can share with you. We thank BLUETTI for the sponsor, and it's some pretty great products. I've got a few of them, and they all have been #1 for me. The customer service has been #1. If I have any questions, anything, so check it out. Enjoy the show.